Hey folks, what's going on? As promised, I'm going to do another haul video for you. I just made it back from Richmond, Virginia at the Masonic Lodge Conference in Richmond, Virginia. Had a great time up there, and of course I had to put together a small haul video for you, but I got home and my packages are here, and I got great comic books, some great variants, and a prize from a contest that I was entered that I want to share with you and talk to you about. So without further ado, what did we get? What did we get? Let's start talking about it right up off the bat. The first thing we're going to talk about is this beautiful Deathstroke cover. This is Deathstroke. What is this again? 37. This is the B variant with Two-Face on the cover. This is super clean. Nice, right? Nice. So we'll set that over here. Next, we got Spawn 291. And that's a beautiful cover as well. This past hauls, it's mostly been about just these awesome variants that have been coming out and beautiful artwork to go along with it. You can't really beat it. It's just, again, we'll go right into Justice League, and we all know that that's from the movie. Yes, I did get another one of these, and now I have two of them, so we'll figure something out. Sorry for the glare and light behind me. It's that time of the day and it comes right through my front door. But anyway, there it is. What do you think about that cover? How cool is that cover? It should have came out during Shark Week. I still make that argument. I still hold to that. Next, you saw the last Green Lantern cover I got. It was that kind of the regular price variant. And I said I really wanted. Boom, there it is. The midnight release of Green Lantern, the midnight release on the comic book stores. I was able to get my hands on one and be able to get it. And I didn't pay as much as I thought I was going to, but still, and I'm excited about this story. Apparently, they're taking it back to its roots where the Green Lantern's a space cop. How cool is that? So let's do that. Next, this was not a new release for the last haul week, but a couple extra popped up on the site that I went to, so I went ahead and picked up this beautiful Spider Force cover right here. I've read the story. I've read this one already. Great story, great content. It makes sense. Why not? Beautiful. And then with all the other Spider-Geddon stuff that's coming up, that came out this last week that I'm going to look forward to reading today and tomorrow, I can't wait for more of that story. It's been really great. If you haven't checked it out because you think it's one of those situations where it's just too much, get over yourself, get into that story. It's a great story. Next, again, variant covers have been really hot this last week, and now we got Batman number 50. Is it 58? Yeah, 58. I don't know why I forgot that. With this beautiful penguin. Penguin's probably one of my favorite Batman villains because it's so ridiculous that this little short man is a villain, right? But yeah, cool. I like it. Good stuff going on there. Next, we have Asgardians of the Galaxy. I really like this kind of zombified dead. If you're not reading the story or following it, that does play a role in it. The past warriors of Asgard are under control, and weird things are going to happen here real soon in that storyline. That's not the last one. I'm thinking of Infinities, but it's going to be an interesting story either way. Definitely check it out. The artwork's been great in it, and there's just been great storytelling in it as well. Next, I got Borderland. I've been enjoying this, right? And my promise was that the moment that when this comic book got weird and I was just bored with it, I was going to dump it. Hasn't done it yet. Here we are on issue number 3 of this story. It's got some teenage awkwardness in it. It's got some decision making, and we're dealing a lot with the Latino culture, myths and legends from that time frame, and crossing over into our world, and what is the outcome of all of that. Super cool stuff. I can't wait to break into that one. Next, I bought this next one, and I don't know why. I know why. So I got Iceman number 3 with the Super Friends cover there. And that's the reason why I got it. I haven't really been reading this story. I don't know what's going to happen when I pop it open. The summary is read, he's on a blind date. Some villains want to mess it up, so he calls in some old school friends of his. If you don't know, because you're younger than me, Super Friends used to be a cartoon that used to play on NBC mornings, cartoons, Saturdays. Right? And basically it was them three and their wacky adventures of being heroes. Firestar, Spider-Man, and of course Iceman himself. Next, X-23. I went ahead and went with the X-Men cover for it. Probably not going to raise in value, but I just liked the way that it looked. I thought it looked, the other one, we've seen that pose before. It's a typical thing, so I wanted something kind of different. And I've been liking this X-23 story. The last story arc was really great, so I'm going to go ahead and give another story arc a shot and see how that works out. And as always, if it doesn't work out, I'm dumping it. Next, you've already seen this one. You saw the variant that I got for it, and I ordered another one just in case. It's a number one. Why not? If this thing kicks off, I'll be honest with you, I'm not overly impressed with the artwork on the inside of this, but we'll take a look at the story and see what's happening. Next, Infinity Wars. This has been a great story with all the tie-ins and the different superheroes. And now we're going to get a look at Loki's cosmic group, gang, friends. I don't know. I don't know how you want to word it, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's been a great story, and it looks like it's about to intensify in this next issue. I'm looking forward to that. Next, I got this new Sabrina thing that's on Netflix. They came out with a comic book. It was $1, so I said, why not? That's it. I mean, I don't think this is an overly stylized cover in any way. I think it's very bland, actually. But my wife said they took Sabrina the Teenage Witch and they made that shit dark. Sorry for dropping the cuss word, but they made it dark. I haven't seen it myself yet. If you have, what did you think about it? Comment down below. All right, next we got Die Kitty Die, Cat House of Horror. I'm liking these. Horror comic books are starting to make a very fast comeback, and these old school covers like this, even on new stuff, they're just nostalgic and they look cool. And I went ahead and got it. And somebody said the story's not that bad, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It's a number one, the relaunch of it. Let's see what happens. Good stuff. Next, all right, Spider-Geddon, number 3. We are here. We're going to find out what's going on. We got Superior Spider-Man's deal. We got Miles Morales' deal. And we're going to see a conflict between the two. For some of you that want to know, what is this called when they have these types of beliefs in a philosophy mode is Spectacular Spider Grandpa is a very Kantian belief that needs to be done, ended quickly, where Miles Morales wants to find a more peaceful solution that everybody can get along with. It's an interesting concept to actually see good guys go through this. We generally see this kind of concept when villains and good guys fight each other. But now we technically have a group of good guys with bad guys in the middle, and how do we resolve the problem? I think it's very interesting reading. And it can even some degrees be relevant to today's climate. Let's see. Next, of course, I went ahead and got the Marvel Knights. I went ahead with you saw the regular cover that I got. I went with this variant right here. It's really cool. I really like the art stylings in it. I've kind of read through some of it already while I was up in Richmond. And it's exactly what the summary says it is, and not really much more than that. So, we'll give it another issue and we'll see what happens. Next, for you that know me, I like my Elvira stories. I like the Elvira covers. This is no exception. I also have another variant of this one I had to order after I purchased this. Some other variants of this particular cover coming in. This is great. This is a continuation of a story arc that's going where she's going through time and meeting various people while being chased down by a Dracula-like character. It's funny. It's witty. A lot of banter in it. Not what you would call your typical superhero book. But if you like witty banter and dialogue, it's definitely there. Next, Bully Wars. Who will come out on top in the Bully Wars? For you that haven't been reading this is a Scotty Young story with artwork from several other people on each issue. This has been just a fun reading. That's the point of it. I don't want to ruin it for you. I want to ruin it for you so bad. But get this, read this, and do not start at number 3. Go back to number 1. Get these comic books. These things are great, and they're the reason why comic books exist. Next, what else did I get? Oh, yeah, let's talk about this one. All right, The Wicked plus the Divine. I went ahead and got this on somebody else's recommendation. They say it's a funny story, yada, yada, yada. We'll find out. I don't know much about it other than the gods are reincarnated into dogs. And I don't know. From what I understand, this is going to be weird. And they just get past the weirdness of it. It's a number one. Get over it. You'll like it. So we'll find out tonight because that's going to be my reading right after dinner. Next, the sad conclusion of Farmhand. Again, this is number 5. This has been a great read. It's been interesting. I'm going to read the last issue. I got a sneaky suspicion that they're going to leave a bunch of loopholes and not explain everything correctly because there's so much going on in this story. But, who knows? Maybe they'll relaunch it. Maybe they'll redo something with it if they sold enough copies. I don't know. I hope it does come back. It's been a fun read, and I want to know more about the characters in the story. Last but not least, because I went ahead and got Trump, Space Force. Now, if you haven't been reading this stuff here, these comic books have been coming out through Keenspot, and technically this is number 7, but all the issues have come out as number 1s because it's Trump, right? There is no 7. There's always 1. Number 1, Space Force. Okay. These are spoofs. They're funny. They poke fun at everybody. I think equally and fairly, so it's not a one-sided just bashing somebody thing. They've been fun to read. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I almost feel guilty for buying it. But you know what? Screw it. Let's read it. It's a comic book, for God's sake. Now, for you that don't know, over at Blaster or Stash It, they have a Patreon site where if you donate one of the tiers, and they have a $15 tier, $5 tier, $3 tier, $1 tier. But anyway, you automatically get your name entered into a contest where you get to win a comic book, right? And Huey pretty much runs that. He's one of the hosts. And he's got a good eye for comic books. Well, I won in September, and I got my comic book. And as promised, number 5, Venom, with that beautiful cover right there. I am so in love with this cover. So in love. Good stuff. All right, so I got that. So go check that out. If you want to check out the show, it's Blast It or Stash It. Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They have a Patreon site, a Facebook page, Twitter. They got all the things you can get to on your phone. If you're watching this and you haven't been over there, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Throw them $1 in their Patreon site. Maybe you'll get a book. Though, too, you get more chances. Yeah, the more money you put in there, the more chances you get, too. And I'm going to be honest. He's putting out some good valued comic books as prizes. He really, really is. So, yeah. Blaster Stash It Sunday nights. You get to see me, Pocan Joe, and everybody else. All the craziness. I'm sure an argument will erupt about what's a good comic book and what's a bad comic book. That's why we talk. So what did you think about my haul this week? Go down below. Leave a comment. Talk to me, engage me, whatever you want to talk about. That's really cool. Appreciate having you by. As always, I'm Pocan Joe, and you're pretty cool for being here. Thanks. Bye.